Happy New Year, everyone! แป้งออนเสียงหยังโออย่าจุ้งอ่ะ This video that I'm making today is all about how I decorate my red eggs for New Year's. And for our Mien tradition, we use red eggs instead of envelopes. Back in the day, our parents are so poor, they don't have money to put in envelope for us. Therefore, they decorate the eggs and then give it to us as a New Year's gift. And if you're lucky, if you're very loved, you might get 2 eggs per year. We Mien people, we believe red eggs will bring us luck. And then the old year's already passed and the new year's coming, and we need 1 red egg for the beginning of new year, so it will bring us good luck throughout the whole year. That's what I believe. That's what I've been told by my parents and by my great-grandparents. I'm sure everybody have different story, but this is the story I know. Okay, let's begin, everyone. In the meantime, we are waiting for the eggs to get cooked. We can prep the areas where we want to dye our eggs. Make sure you completely cover the area, the surface that you are using. Otherwise, the dye will penetrate through everything that it touch, and it will stay there permanently. So make sure you cover, wear gloves and cover your area, so that way you don't get color everywhere. Here I am going to use the traditional color, but some people, they will dye the eggs into purple, blue, red, yellow, green, whatever color. But the traditional color will be red. And here's what I'm going to be using. You don't need a lot of dye. You just need a little bit to color your eggs. If you use too much, you're just going to waste it. So don't use too much. If you color a lot, then you use a lot. If you don't color a lot of eggs, then you just use a little bit. So that way you don't waste. You have more for next year. Ready? Let's see. This is hot boiling water, okay? I think I need a little bit more because I want my eggs to be very pretty. All right, I think that should be enough. You see how pretty the color? Wow, the color looks so pretty, huh? Okay, chị chào quên chàng mày bút ta nhổm mà ô. Hú mình tên nó bấm lộn với chị đám xuất. Quần có hú xăm hả nha. Okay, moment of the truth, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna take out the eggs. Let it dry first. Nãy bữa sự cho chị cháu xuất ta. Chứ nên gai mình ta nhổm ổ. Nó nên gai nó bữa nhổm tấn nào rồi ỏ. Bà mày ở hay chứ chị cháu bà là nắm xuống ổ. Bà là nắm xuống nó bữa nhổm tấn rồi. Chị cháu nó chủ cho nha. So you can't wait for your eggs to be completely cold. If it's cold, then it's not gonna be come out pretty. So you need your eggs to be dry and nice and hot. If you like it, you can do second coating. Pretty, right, guys? Ooh. I'm gonna do two at once. You gotta wear glove, okay? If you don't wear glove, it's gonna get all over you. It will take days to get rid of. And when you're doing this, you're dyeing your eggs, make sure you're gonna have to cover your area well, otherwise it's gonna stain everywhere. Stain your furniture, stain your chair, stain your table, stain everywhere. I think I need to do this one. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm just gonna do it one at a time. This one been sitting here for a while and see. The longer you keep it in here, the darker color you will get for your eggs. Okay, let's do double coating on this one. You could do double coating, triple coating, as many coating as you want to. There's no right or wrong. Like I said, the more coating you do, the darker colors you will get.
Wait for it to dry first.
What do you guys think? Pretty, right? This is still very hot here. Whoa, so pretty, right? So here I have one pair which is purple and white. Okay, that's one pair. And I have another pair which is I wanted the same length, okay? So if a little bit long or short, it's not a big deal. So now you have two pair of now you have two pair equal length, right? Like this. So two pair, that's 4, right? And then you're gonna fold it in half. And then instead of 4, you got 8. And then you're gonna tie a knot. I like to twist mine a little bit because twisting kind of like separate them. It doesn't get tangled. So what you need to do is just twist it a little bit. And also when you're twisting your thread makes it look so pretty. Look at this, right? And once you twist your rope or your string, and then you would give about, I would say at least 12 inches. So that way you can practice in case you get, you make mistakes. So this is what I do. I fold it in half right here. And then I put little knots right here where my half is. But also making sure you're gonna put this over your head and make sure you're gonna have enough string over your head, okay? Like this. But you also don't want it too long either. See, this sits perfectly, right? Yeah. Nó mà bữa ở buôn hay dạo tỏi nó mà bữa cho nó dày yang nó cho tài dùn chân thì nó đi qua những cua buồn cho nó cua bùa hải cua lui là hải ai bữa dùn chân nó nên nặng những cua bùa liền bữa buôn hát tỏi này bữa đi qua hao này bữa ở nó khoảng trang này là cua này bữa hậu ở phần bữa ở anh plastic wrap nó chưa chân nên gai lủng tại anh sản nên nằm lủng mới ổn nằm nó cho mình nó thì hỏi na hit tang na do chom ta na nin za han ta yam na plastic cha de chi jiao na li na bu ben na yao. Okay, I have here is about a little bit over a yard long. Okay, I'm gonna get, how many string do I need? 4, right? Yes, I need 4 to make my egg. You need 4 strings, and then you're gonna fold in half, and then you get 4 pairs. Twist your string first. I like to twist my string because twisting it kind of make it nice and neat, and it doesn't get tangled everywhere, and you know where's the end and where's the beginning. Some people, they don't like it, but I like mine to be twisted because it's prevent it from getting tangled. Okay, and then now you got, I would say, like the top one, make sure you have enough space to go over your head, okay? And also the bottom one, you want to make sure you have enough to make your little nest like this. Okay, now I got my 4 pairs of string. There's 1 pair, there's 2 pair, there's 3 pair, and 4 pair. It's 4 sets, 4 pair string, where you got 8, right? So you gotta separate your string by pair, okay? So the first pair, you're gonna tie a knot. This will be your first row. Tie a knot to like maybe that, right? And then second one, you also tie a knot to, I would say about the same length, because you don't want your knots to be all over, so it's right there. And then you start your next pair. That right there, your 3 pair. Four pair. You see there's 4 tiny little knots right there. Can you see it? Right there. Okay, now you're gonna take, you finish your row 1. You see right there, there's 4 little knots. You're gonna take 1 string from this pair and 1 string from the next pair that next to each other, and you're leaving 1 string behind on this pair and 1 string behind on this pair. So now you're going to tie this one. This will be starting your row 2. There, you see? And then all this still like hanging right here. So now this one is done. You can drop this one, and then now you're gonna take 1 string from this pair right here that you haven't touched. You're just gonna take 1 string from that, and you're gonna leave 1 behind. Like I say, make sure you have your knots about the same length, okay? Now you got 2, you see, now you got 2 knots. Okay, now you're leaving the one that you left behind. You're gonna go to the next one, and then you're gonna tie a knot. And then the one that you left behind will go to the first one that you left behind. Does that make sense? Now let's check my knots if they're the same length. Okay, now when you open it up, like there's a space, right? It look like little, I don't know what you call stars. This mean you did it right. If sometime you did it wrong, it's gonna get twisted like this. So now you're gonna take 1 string from here. You're gonna start your row 3. 1 string from here and 1 string from here. You're leaving 1 string on each pair behind. You see, you grab one string from each pair, and then you starting your row 3. And then the one that you left behind, you're gonna go combine it with the next pair. You take one from the next pair and you're leaving one behind. And then now you got 2 knots. And then the one you're leaving behind, you're gonna go find the next pair and take one from it. And then the remaining one, you're gonna tie them together. And always check before you starting your next row, okay? If you did it like this, that means you did it right. And then if you're not sure if it's enough to fit your eggs or not, you can try it. If not, then you can make one more row. If enough, then you don't have to do another row. But I feel like I need to do one more row. Because sometimes you have bigger eggs, you gotta do more rows. Or like if you have like space in between, you're gonna have to make more row. So you see how this was so perfect, right? I'm gonna have to do one more row. So here go row 4. Open up your nest, and then you're gonna grab one string from this, and you're gonna grab one string from the next one. Make sure you don't crisscross them, because if you crisscross them, you have to take it out and do it again. Now you got row 4 started. And then now this one that you left behind, you're gonna go to the next one, and then you grab one string from it. I know when I was younger, it was so hard for me. Even till this day, I still lose my counts of how many string I should use. But, you know, as time goes by, you make a lot, you practice a lot, this become easier. And the reason we did this, because we wanted to decorate our eggs, so that way we can keep it out on our neck as a necklace, and we can wear it all day long, and hoping we're not breaking it. Voila, it's done. Okay, let's try, okay? Oh my, it fits so perfectly. I would say for beginner, don't use a small string, use a big string. Big string, is easier for you to see. Some people, they like to use a small little tiny thread string, and that's really, really hard. I'm gonna tie my... Wow, what do you guys think? That's number 2. Y hỏi nom video na se bữa nay ha ô làng chinh mà bữa mà tỏi chung thành kia mảng. Y chả nãy y se nhổm chỉ cháu nhá chỉ cháu lọ bún miền lún miền ú pan này bữa kem quạt phai này bữa chuẩn kem tút dấu tề phai ở bún này bữa mảng làng chinh ô.